Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Building with BdoubleO. Today's a big day. A very big day. B-Dubs was up till 4 in the morning last night working on textures. Now, I haven't spent a lot of time playing with them, but I'm excited about them. I'm very excited. Now, let's look around a little bit. A lot of what we've got here, I've done it in the B-Dubs resource pack. But, and you can see some of the things. Those of you that have been following around for a long time, you know I changed some of the end stone bricks a little bit. You know that I've changed the brick texture, and that's probably the biggest stretch. Using brick is, you know, something that a lot of people stay away from, and I kind of changed it to where it's a little more usable. But still, it's not terrible. This looks a little Christmassy, you know, but it works. It still works. So a lot of this stuff still gets the point across. The fences, for example. Using a fence for a smaller tree like this, it's just stretching your imagination a little bit. The trapdoors, you know, the way we've used them and stuff, we kind of changed them to stretch your imagination. There's a railing here, still works great. But that's my goal. My goal is so you can make stuff on your server and somebody that's in regular vanilla texture pack can see it and say, wow, that's pretty cool. Because your imagination is what makes this game really, really good. If you only stick, I imagine there's a lot of people out there like me that, oh, let's set the time set 0. Actually, can I do this? Because this is interesting. Time set day sets it to time set day sets it to 1,000. So apparently that's day. And game rule do daylight cycle false and toggle downfall. How about that? All right, we're freaking here. No more commands. But I was going to say, if you're like me, you tend to stay with really safe blocks. And it's hard to kind of branch out and pick brick because you're scared of it, you know? So I tend to be very, very safe with the way I build. So this texture pack is kind of for me. It's kind of for me and those of you that are like me that have a hard time branching out, but a resource pack can kind of help you branch out and use your imagination a little more. So I've made some pretty big moves, pretty big changes. Are you ready for them? I said, are you ready? Yes, you are. Okay, great. Let's hop in. You might not like it. You might. So, first off, the most noticeable thing right off the bat is grass. What have I done? What have you done, B-Dubs? I've added 2 different grass shades. There's a grass block, which is basically a grayscale block. It's just grayscale, and then it refers to the biome to see what color green to do. Now, I've messed with some of the biome colors and stuff, but I think the normal biome colors are okay. I think they're decent. One that I would love to see changed is in the winter biome. I'd love to see like all the grass yellow, because that's what it is. In the wintertime, grass is pretty dead, but that's just me. But anyway, not bright yellow, like that kind of yellow right there. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time talking right now. But anyway, so I changed this. Y'all might not like this, but this really adds a whole lot of depth. In this flat world, not so much. I guess I should say yes, it does, like crazy in this flat world. But in the real world, take it into the real world, and this is actually really cool. For some reason, this makes the grass feel like a golf course to me. I love it. I absolutely love it. As of right now, I love it. But we'll see. I also tried doing that with the leaves, but I don't think it applied because there's another leaf model that I think it refers to for shades and stuff. So I don't think you can do this as easily with leaves. I'll have to do a little test and see. Because not every leaf is exactly the same. Having some darker and lighter would really add a lot to your trees and your landscape. But this is perfect timing because we're over the dirt. And I have added, there are now 6 dirt textures. And a dirt path can all of a sudden become pretty interesting. Huh? Pretty cool. In hindsight, I should have done this to coarse dirt probably. And I may change back to that. But what I did, I added a lighter color dirt. I added a little darker color dirt. I added one with a stone. I added one with a little bit of a path block color in it. And I added one with 2 stones, like that. And they all rotate. So every single one of them can rotate in different directions. So you get this very unique, varied pattern. This is something that I've said for a long time, that a lot of people feel like they need to create depth by doing it like this. You know, this is how you get depth in the game. You get depth by doing stuff like this. That's your depth. And that's great. It's really, really good. But sometimes when you build on a smaller scale, I'm in survival, it's tough to get that depth that you need. And why not add more depth through the resource pack? And I figure the variations and the randomness does help with adding depth, right? And it just makes this path look that much nicer. Now check this out. This is the patho block. And I added just a stone here and there, a little bit of dirt here and there. Maybe it's a little bit of horse manure or something. It's up to your imagination. And I also added some lighter and darker versions in there as well to make the path block a little more interesting. Right? It's not just a plain, boring old block. So I think it looks pretty cool, pretty nice. Now, cobblestone. I added either 2 or 3 more cobblestone textures. And look at this. This is a plain cobblestone wall. And look how interesting it looks. I kind of threw caution to the wind a little bit with the whole how they connect and all that stuff. But it ended up working out really well. Some are darker than others. Some are lighter than others. Some are kind of, sorry, kind of obvious. The stones that are there, some are a little more blurred out. And I think this makes cobblestone really, really nice. Turns it into a great block that you could potentially use. I love it. I love the way it looks personally. And look at it over here. Here it is with just on a castle. This is just a straight up cobblestone wall with some brick pillars. And, you know, some interesting stuff on the top. But that cobblestone wall all of a sudden looks so interesting. And it has so much character. The character is the thing that I really want to capture. Is adding character to all this stuff. Now, I like buttons. I like buttons. Do you like a button? I like buttons. I like using them, especially indoors and situations like this. But I've been straying away from them because I feel like the oak plank button stands out way too much. In any situation that I've ever used it, it stood out way too much. It's spruce now. Spruce a button. Now, to match that, obviously, we got to do spruce a pressure plate. I think it looks great. It's fantastic. Just change it up a little bit. Make it work. Right? So I think that's pretty cool. What else? What else has B-Dubs done? Oh, that's right. Oh, ho, ho, ho. What do we have here, everybody? This is the biggest change that I made. And I'm not sold yet. I'm not 100% sold, but I would love to hear from you what you think. This, my friends, is diorite. All of this. These middle pillars are smooth, polished diorite. But I've made some big changes to the diorite block. I made those changes because I really want to be able to use these. We got the addition. Everybody's excited. Jeb tweets out, we're getting diorite, we're getting granite, and we're getting andesite. Everybody's excited. We got new blocks coming, everybody. And they come out, and we can't use them. It's very difficult to use them. Why? Because it's ugly. It's an ugly block. Everybody has said from day one that they feel like diorite is one of the ugliest blocks in the game. So I've been trying to challenge myself to use them. And I think I have found, good uses for them. And they work out pretty nice. But it's still not great. I'm still not in love with them. But, a lot of buts here. I'm still not in love with them. But I've been able to use them. I made a castle on the Patreon server. Which maybe I'm really anxious. I want to go take a peek at that, honestly. And see what it looks like in with these textures. But here you go. This is diorite now. And it's all random. It's all over the place. It's all different. And I think it looks pretty cool. You could use this. You could use this for a castle. Polished diorite. Huh? Now, unfortunately, I can't get stairs and slabs in here. That's the downside of this. Can't get stairs and slabs, but you can make a pretty good transition with things like this, with the stone, because it's not too far off. You could go like this, and it's not bad. It works, right? It bridges that gap, makes the transition. You could even go this direction. So I think it works. If you need stairs and slabs with this, now it blends with cobblestone. So this is my way of not only making diorite interesting, but also making it to where you can get away with using stairs and slabs and it not being too much of a problem. Right? Now, let's go back to our other... Let's say you built this on a server. Right? You're using this on a server with your friends. They're not interested in using it. So you build this and they look at it and they see, what do they see? Let's take a look. They're in just regular vanilla. This, which is still interesting. Somebody's going to walk by and they're going to say, wow, he's trying something with diorite and it doesn't look so bad. Right? But I want to log on to my Patreon server because I have the diorite castle there. And I want to see what it looks like. So here it is. Here's the castle at sunset. I think a lot of you have seen this before. Here's some of my friends I'm on with. But I think a lot of you have seen this before. If you haven't, here it is. This was just my attempt to try to make diorite work in some form, or shape, or fashion. And I think it turned out pretty good. Y'all see it, right? You see it. Doesn't look bad. But let's make the switch. And there we go. Now we're talking. This is what it looks like with the new diorite texture, and I think it looks a lot nicer, doesn't it? It's more character. That's what I'm saying. More character. The other way works. This has got more character, more feel to it. I think it's fantastic. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, I think I'm sold on this. I guess this would be a good time to also point out, I've been using like stairs and slabs in trees, and I think it looks really good. Look at how good that looks. For like a dead tree or something, it looks fantastic. It would look a lot better. It'd look a lot freaking better if I could get some oak log walls. All right, back in the real world. This building with BdoubleO, where would we be without the building, right? And I should be walking on the roads. I should be walking on these just so you get the feel of the new paths and what they kind of feel and look like. Ooh, it's fantastic. It looks amazing. Sorry if I sound a little bit congested today. I got sick, all right? I think I already talked about it. But anyway, check it out. I've been working on the inside of the yurt here, and it's coming along. It's coming right along. Just kind of building up the walls in a very simple fashion right now. Trying to work out just the shape that I'd like. And the feel and the ambiance, and it's gonna be okay. Basically what I did is, you can see I kind of followed this flow a little bit, following that on that side too, but also kind of breaking off in some areas, where the hallway kind of shrinks right here. You have a little room right here. This might be like a coat closet or something, or the area where men put their weapons before the service. That could be cool. Did I have one? Yeah, I got one of those rooms here. And then this back room. Who knows what we'll make this? Eventually, we'll get that figured out. But something that I really want to work out right now, I would like to figure out what we're going to do with the entrance. Hey, that scared me. I don't want to come in right here. I feel like this is too obvious, this entrance. So maybe I'm going to start laying some things out. So let's go like this, and let's try some pews, shall we? Let's see if these will be too bright. Let's go like this and figure out kind of a distance. Maybe we'll start like here. Okay, maybe. The one wide path down the middle, that could be good. It doesn't feel too bright, really. Does it? No, it really doesn't. It feels good. I think. Let's make some more of those. Oak wood is one of the resources we don't have a huge supply of, but we still got a decent supply of it. So I can waste a few if I need to. All right, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. I don't think we need many more pews than that, honestly. Not a large amount. From what I saw in the stave churches, they don't. It's not a huge building, so tons and tons and tons of pews aren't necessary. By the way, I just went to the post office to check out my P.O. box, and holy cow, it was packed. They had to bring out like a special shopping cart thing for me. By the way, I have a P.O. box. It's if you're watching the live videos, you already know. So yeah, if you're interested in that, you could check out the live videos. There's a video titled P.O. Box with the info in there. But I think in the meantime, while I've been talking about that, by the way, if you're watching the series and you have been sending stuff in the P.O. box, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. The stuff that we've been getting is just really heartwarming, really thoughtful, and really fun at the same time. So it's really cool. But anyway, all right, I think we got something here. I think we have something. So obviously I'll figure out the roof and how to do that, but I think that's good. Entrance like that. This could be like a little area for maybe like a little altar area, and then this would be the main church. Now there's something really cool. The history behind this church. It used to be predominantly Catholic, I believe, and then it was later taken over, and there was a lot of like Catholic murals and pictures all painted on the wall, and they were later all painted over. They were all painted over with a really cool design. The design was really cool, but it was all covered. So, and if you can look really closely at some of the images, you can see some of the old Catholic paintings in the walls behind, which is kind of neat, kind of cool. But I don't know how I would resemble that here. Obviously, cover it in paintings, but that's just going to look really spammy. Like, that's not going to do us any good, I don't think. But maybe we'll think about it for a while. Of course, like I said, we're not just going to have straight this on the bottom and this on the top. It's going to be more interesting than that in due time. But we also want to have some pillars in here. See, this area is very dangerous. Super dark up here. Anything could just spawn on one of those things and we'd be in big trouble. Let's put some pillars here, though, and see what we end up with. Is that too tall? That's one too tall. That's okay, though. Right? Check it out now. Those are too dark. Those are way too dark for in here. Now, if we get some light on the subject, though, let's say we have some torches there, some torches there. I know it's dark in this room in general, but yeah. I mean, that's okay. It's not bad. I definitely would want it to kind of stand out from the walls and everything else, so it's not bad. The pillar design, I think, is very, very important for this area. Let's see if one here would be good. Boom, boom. We're going to do some building together if you didn't catch on. But with the texture pack, the resource pack, I hope you guys are happy with some of the changes I've been making. I've been making them kind of slowly, but I've been making them slowly because I mean, there's so many things I want to do. Like, I'm going to change granite up, and I want to change up andesite a little bit if I end up liking the diorite thing. But I take it slowly, kind of because I have a lot of ideas, but if I just put them all in right now, it would just be like every update possible. I'm kind of trickling updates to myself. Like, I'm super, super inspired with all the colors and everything that we got going on right now. And once... Oh. Ooh. What about this? Yeah, I'm super inspired with some of the stuff that I've got going on right now. But oh, flint, no. It's gonna be dangerous. This is gonna suck. Oh, boy. Oh, can we make it? I hope we can. There's 2 witches over there. Oh, this is a bad night. But I don't want to... Oh, it's snowing. It's going to go away in a second. Like, if I just do everything all at once, I get all the excitement, then there's nothing to look forward to down the road. I'm not going to be able to sleep because... Yep, I knew it. Dang it, man. Well, I came back here to get flint and steel anyway, so that's fine. I'll just grab the flint and steel and be on my way. Excuse me, sir, while I kiss the sky. And we're out of here. If I take the roads, it'd be much faster. So yeah, I have plans. I have plans for nether brick. I have plans for, wool and some of the other things, but gotta do it slowly. We cool in here? We cool. Gotta do it slowly and give it time. And yeah, then I always got something to look forward to. That could be okay. That could also be okay in other areas. Like, maybe not necessarily right there. Oh, did that burn up? I feel like I lost that block. I definitely did. Huh. Okay. Maybe like there. You know that, oh, what are they called? What are the freaking things called? The funnel things. Hoppers. Hoppers do a better job for this, but I like to change it up from time to time. It's not terrible. This feels very gothic and very kind of dark, but the church had that kind of feel anyway. There were dragons all over the place and lions eating dragons' heads off and stuff. So it was really interesting, the kind of the dynamic. But yeah, I think this is a decent start. And we're actually running really long right now. For the episode, I'm gonna have to edit some stuff out, quite a bit of stuff out. I want to make sure I get this to you in time. So it's got to be kind of short so I can get it to you in time. But I don't want to cut out any of the important features and stuff. So yeah. But this is a good start. This is a good start here, I think. I definitely need to... I've been really into the resource pack, so I need to do some serious digging into the into the interior here. And once I get that really fleshed out, then I'll have a better idea of exactly the details and stuff that I want to implement into here. But I think it's getting there. I think it's getting there. The wall details and all those other things, those will come in due time. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. Definitely. Those will come in time. Oh, somebody told me some sort of secret. What was it? Is it D? Oh, they said F? Hold F on something to put it in there? No, that doesn't work. That only works if it's in your hand. But anyway, that's going to do it for this episode of Building with BdoubleO, all right? I just went to a Pistons game with Nobody Epic. So that's over on the live channel as well. That was unbelievable. I really recommend you check it out. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next episode.